What are different steps in executing corporate sales cycle?
Yeah, I think in corporate sales or in retail sales, the steps as to I believe is the same. So you have a suspect, where then it gets converted into prospect, and then prospect get converted into the customer, and then finally the process is almost the same. So you identify a person who can be a lead can be converted into an order can be converted into order can be converted into a purchase order, and then purchase order can be converted into the money, right, which gets into your bank account. So from a sales process, the only thing which difference is in the sales cycle. Now in corporate sales, the sales cycle would be very very large or very very big. So it might go from 3 months to a year. So the difference here happens is how do influence the sale. And going back again to the marketing, which I was talking about, the difference comes in case of a corporate sales, the influence is primarily done in a totally different way as in case of a retail sales. In retail sales, it's a lot about advertisement. It is a lot about brand building. It is a lot about your pricing, right pricing for the masses. Whereas in case of a corporate sale, it is something has to do with an influence. So you identify the gatekeepers, you identify the influencers, you identify the guys who can actually make the sale move forward. So for each and every meeting you would have to influence. To give you an example, suppose a company is buying a large a thermal power plant, and for that they want to buy a steam turbine. Now for that there might be only two or three big vendors who would be supplying to the thermal power plant. Now the thermal power plant is a big ticket sale, and when the company is going to install it, there's large term implications for that. So there would be series of meeting, and then you want to know what exactly it is, what would be the cost, how the funding would be done. So you need to also identify, in some cases the thermal power plant is dependent on loans, so you need to influence the guy who is giving the loan. So IDFC is giving the loan, so you need to speak to IDFC and make things happen. In some cases it might be the gatekeeper, because there are environmental clauses which are involved, so you need to also get in touch with the ministry to understand where is the file is there. So that's a large ticket sales. Whereas in case of a small retail sales, you are already doing it by yourself. So you are doing an advertisement, you are making the brand, and your availability of the product into different stores. So I gave you an example of pen. So the guy wants to buy a pen. He goes to a shop. So pen should be available. Now it's the responsibility of you as a marketing guy that that the availability is into the different points, and that makes, I mean, just think about that. You must have read about Kotler. So there were 4 P's. So just think about that. That makes all the things very very clear. Okay.